Okay, moving on to the men's bowl semi-finals. It's Germany against Tonga, and it's Rob Vickerman and Gareth Rees.
Thank you, Rupert. Outstanding scenes here in Cape Town Stadium. Great first day and a half, but the action still continues here. This is the bowl semi-final. Germany and Tonga going to fight this one out. Terrace Mertz will captain the German side. And Mr. Snyman is their coach, knows this place pretty well. And for the Tongans, they got to win today after a loss to Kenya yesterday. And the fans are really loving this, Rob Vickerman.
They certainly are. I mean, how do you even start to describe this? Some sort of ode to Majesty? I'm not sure. Oh, Maverick, Top Gun, love that.
Nice.
Keep them coming, these are great.
You were old, Rob. Top Gun.
Well, wasn't around for the first one, Reece. I'll go new one. Now the main stuff.
There's the real Warriors. Tonga in the traditional red jerseys. The Germans in the unconditional baby blue. Germans qualified for this event. There's their results. Chile, they qualified for this event through the European tournament, beating Italy in Bucharest. And the Tongan team you see there come through the Oceania competition. Big win over Jamaica for them earlier.
Well, the Tongans had a bit of a shocker against Kenya first up. Didn't even get into their 22. So the stats show us Ruben Keane taking the woods of this one, having a good old chat before the start of this game. All smiles on faces. The bowl semi-final. So your mindset is you've got to do the best you can. You're not where you want to be, but you're still out here, the World Cup.
Well, thanks for joining us here in Cape Town. Rugby World Cup Sevens 22. This is day 2, 2 p.m. here local. These teams fighting for the right to play again. This is the bowl semi-final. They'll be wanting to get to the bowl final. Hardware for their countries. Disappointment for Tonga with that early carry.
There's a real split display, their first 2 performances in this tournament. 21-0 against Kenya, no impetus whatsoever. Then they flipped it against Jamaica, dominated that game. And that is not the start that you want. Talk about nerves, fatigue, the lot. You're out here on the main pitch. You're expected to catch those. But now it's a chance for Germany to show us what they've got. Love a set-piece play, they love a bit of movement. And they've got some wheels out wide. Set! With Jack Hunt.
Great shot from our spider cam right over top of this 3-man scrum. Here they go. Standing and looking at the defense is Van der Bosch. Again, early nerves from both teams. Tim Lichtenberg can't hold on there. Good shot of Fabian Hampel there. The 32-year-old knows this part of the world pretty well, having spent some time at the University of Cape Town just up the road. Usually when Germany's going well, he gets his hands on the ball. Also Lichtenberg, 4 tries in the challenger competition. They ended up 4th in that in Santiago. And a slow scrum gives Asi the chance to set his base and get the ball away. He was outstanding in their previous game. Got a try.
No advantage coming, standing up, number 1.
Interesting call there. Advantage being awarded, but I don't know why. The Tongans had ball in hand.
Yeah, standing up, going back to the penalty. I'll leave that question pending. Looking to just drill it downfield, get a little bit of territory. Not as significant in sevens. You see 15s a lot. The kick to touch, all important. The only major factor in sevens is you get it out. He's gone for the banana kick just because he can. And what a shot to view that ball swerve. You like that one, Reece, back in the day with your cannon of a boot.
Yeah, Atiele, there he is. Pakalani, the 33-year-old, showing his experience. Got his hands on the ball a bit here. You may recognize him. Played for the Aussies way back in 2013, 2014 on the World Series. Got 4 tries in that period. So he's got some experience as well. Tonga with the ball off the line out. The short runner shows up but doesn't get the ball. The power drive from Osiki. 5'9", but he's a bundle of power. Now they go wide. Tuolalu just meters short of the line. 2 Tongans lining up, and they got one out wide, but they're not going to need him. The big friend from Osika Tonga on the board with their first try.
Oh yes, celebrations out in the crowd, the dancing dad's going. We saw him at the Challenger. This guy went viral. I tell you, if my old man could move like this, he'd be pretty proud.
KT calls him the dancing uncle. He's got his own music there, but this was all about power and pace from the Tongans.
It was, wasn't it? The man that dropped the ball in his first carry, Osika, and gets his hands firmly in his mitts this time. And how about this fend as well? And Jedi Powers throwing people off him. A little bit of heat coming in goal from Van der Bosch, but not able to stop him.
But because he didn't ship that out wide to the open man and make the conversion that much easier, and the extras are added. 7-point lead.
That's what Tonga have got to do. Use their just sheer power to get through them. The offloading game goes well for them.
Hanging kick gathered by Max Kalitz. Nice bit of possession here now for the Germans. Very clinical side, happy to work the phases. Germany's the 40th different nation to attend the Rugby World Cup of Sevens. This is their first appearance.
You've gone off
They've
your
won
feet,
the
but you've got to
penalty.
release.
Quick tap from Van der Bosch. A wide hesitation there from Koch. He gets it back again. Oh, big hit coming in. Bit of a winch there. But Angel Buchmann, the 33-year-old, been such a big part of German sevens over the years, Rob.
Yeah, a few of these players in the latter stage of their sevens career, and that's another error creeping in. It'd be so frustrating. I said in a few games previously how special it is to play in these situations with your teammates. Certainly the Germans that have played together for getting on 10 years. Social tournaments around the world, the occasional series event. Very much towards the end of their careers in sevens, you feel. And there's a frustration coming through, trying to eat the ball.
Well, how about that great sevens tournament, Oktoberfest? That's one of the highlights for the boys on the circuit.
Time on.
For many reasons. The rugby was all right as well.
Crouch.
Here we go, Tonga.
Line.
Midfield scrum. They got options both sides.
Set.
See if Spider-Cam gives us any clues as to what's going on up front there. That big, solid Tongan front row does enough, but the blue boot gets to it and kicks it out. Not legal anymore, but the referee lets it go. It's possession for Tonga. Out the back door, a long way out the back door. Back to our try scorer, Osika. A little more fancy foot from Tapuiluilu.
That was good.
And then flopping offside is Tonga. That'll give the chance for Germany to go quick. They've got numbers. Good read from the outside, and what a hit. Referee's going to bring him back for being offside.
Never back.
Quick tap. Real energy now from the Germans. Just 10 meters out. Having a look at the fringes, it's covered. Quick stepping. Lichtenberg, he's enveloped by Tongan jerseys, but there's little contacts above the shoulder line. Quick tap, they're still pushing. Nicholas Koch, held by 1 foot, but gets out of it. He offloads right to the corner, all the way for Bastian Van der Bosch, Germany's first try.
Well, they're checking it out.
Matt, TMO.
Flirting with that touch line, with the push tackle, trying to get him in on the white line. The Tonga's looking tired in defence, understandably, with some of the size of the collisions coming in. The ball looked like it was all right. Watch his hand going down, all good.
Ruben, I have a decision.
Yep.
You may award the try.
Thank you.
Well, great moment for Bastian Van der Bosch in his 50th event for the German team. A body of service and a great moment for him to score at the Rugby World Cup 2022.
Yeah, hat it. Van der Bosch, ever present, it seemed, over the years for Germany. A real talisman, gets them going forward. The playmaker finds his way to the line. As you can see from corner cam, we're talking inches. But he gets it down, and I'm rightly avoiding Tupou, who is slamming some shoulders in.
It's a great skill, isn't it, Rob? You see the players dive up in the air to buy themselves a bit of height so they can get the ball down before any part of their body goes into touch.
Yeah, can't get tackled in the air either as well. That's another big point. But from that collision in the midfield, we're just waiting on, I think it's...
So got one player from each side injured. concern for the German player Lichtenberg.
Lichtenberg, yeah, I thought it might be. See him out there. Take a look at the stats. The Germans defensively going all right. That stats just to explain how many times you get into the quarter of your opponents and get over the line. Plenty of fun scenes happening in the crowd as well.
Germans, of course, got 2 shots at the World Series in the Spanish leg this year, Malaga and Sevilla. Great events they were, new additions to the series. Big moment for the Germans was a tie with the Australian side, the eventual winners of the series. So they've shown they can play at a high level. It's just the consistency that's been a concern.
Checking out these graphics. Bit of possession from the Germans, using their passing game, usually strong, but the errors have underpinned that. It's not what you want to give the ball away to the Tongans, certainly, and this break in play will definitely be suiting the larger frame Tongans.
we see you, Mum sees you. Yeah, lots of young kids in the streets aware of this tournament. The men and the women here, of course. That one's coming up right after this. Hong Kong and Uganda fighting it out for the other bowl semi-final. And on the women's side, it's been a great part of the festivities here. Madagascar and China. Madagascar's first appearance here. Colombia and the host side, South Africa. They've been getting huge support from the crowd. Just lost their one match today. And Spain and Poland still coming up on the women's side. Brazil and Japan. Lots of famous people watching. The great Kiwi 10, Danny Carter, taking in the activities.
He'd be pretty handy, wouldn't he? A couple of Rugby World Cups in the back pocket. Oh, he checks himself. Nice work.
He's still smooth.
And now he's thinking, up to 50,000 people know where I am.
A few Kiwis hoping he's maybe wearing a black jersey these days. Back to the action. Germany restarting. Just 30 seconds left in this first half. 1 try apiece, but Tonga up by that conversion. Tonga happy to go wide. Oh, they've created 2-on-1. That's nice work. The pass a little bit behind, but he's on it at pace. John Ika still going all the way. 5'6", 94 kgs over the line.
And he is flying down this sideline. Ika relation, the dancing dad. And this is why he is dancing right in front of him as well. You see the Tongan contingent coming up on the right-hand side of the crowd, but he is flying down this touchline. You mentioned his frame is pretty stacked, but it's all power.
Well, everyone's happy. There's the dot down. Pakulani's going to look to add the extras. He created that try. There he is, he's dancing away. Do you know what's great, Rob? He's got his own music box there. Like, he's not happy with the stadium music. He's got his own music box jamming away. That'll do it. In this one, half-time, Tonga up 12 points to 5 over Germany. Yeah, there's Philip Snyman with the German team. Good strong message there. We've got some work to do in this one. We put the tackles in. And a couple of line breaks for the Tongans.
Right space at the back. Get up in their face. Yeah.
A couple of World Cups under his playing belt in 97 and 2005. Now he's in charge, coaching this Tongan group. There's the boys.
Okay.
A little subdued right now. Maybe they're waiting for the Italians who aren't here.
I'll be Luigi, you can be Mario.
All right, I'm driving in my cart. Here we go. Germany in the light blue jerseys. They won't have the services of Soteris Mertz, who's just getting an HIA after that knock he took in the first half. That's a head injury assessment, just to make sure. Absolutely no problems with him. No risks taken in rugby. When in doubt, sit them out. Great policy in the international game, and it applies right at the very top. If any of you are at your local clubs, don't mess about with any knocks to the head.
Hempels instructing the forwards, wants the ball off this restart. They brought on big Chris Ume. You're not going to miss him on the sevens field. He's about 6'5".
Yeah, I need
A bit
someone
of organisation at this line out.
Yeah, you need someone in the
You need
front
to stay
channel
there.
as the hooker, if you
on.
like.
Nicholas Koch to throw in. A bit of movement from the pod. No competition from the Tongans. They get out quickly in defense. Again, first carrier takes it into contact. They regroup quickly. Options both sides, and they're told to go the other way. Then he comes back. Koch didn't really want that ball, but he got it. A little bit of high contact there on Gleitz, but he keeps going. Again, midfield pressure from Tonga is good, but it's also too quick. It's offside. Quick tap. Tongan's exposed for the moment. 22 meters out. Gleitz gets brought down at the ankles. Counter ruck is illegal, said our referee.
Mark's here.
He can go through the ruck, but he can't pick the ball up. Sammy Sony, I see he'll be just relieved they've got the defensive line set, because that was very fractured from Tonga, trying to race up, getting offside. You've got to stay behind the hindmost foot, and chuck like that is a some sledge to look at there. Absolute consistency of Tongan penalties.
Quite amazing they're leading at this stage. Usually that much against the grain. Penalties cost you. Germany need to take some risks here. The clock's ticking away on them. They're down by that score. Keep that ball alive well. This is better from the Germans. Back in field, it's Van der Bosch again. Now Koch goes wide. Oh, 50-50 ball. Yeah, and they've lost it. Bakalani's got his hands on it. Here comes the counterattack from Tonga. Straight through the middle. 5 jerseys. Don't take him down. Eventually he goes down. Baroli posts the ball, and the referees deemed that to be out. So Germany do well to steal it.
Well, that was a monster collision.
Drop it.
Max Kalitz is still feeling that one in the background.
No.
Look at that. Whoa. And that is exactly why the mandate of World Rugby is to tackle low. You are in far more danger as a tackler staying high from scenes like that. That was
Back 10, please.
that was big. Hope he's all right. It's South African.
Was the only one left on his feet standing. 3 tacklers went down, but he was still going.
Via Matahau. You do not want to be running into him. Certainly up high. Just to reiterate, low tackles avoids that ever happening.
Yeah, just a bit of blood here, we think. And so, again, every precaution taken. The intensity of World Cup Sevens on display there.
Well, I'd be surprised if he doesn't get his eye kept on Max Kalitz after that collision. Got a bit of claret to show for it.
So they choose to go for touch. 4 minutes left here for Germany.
And he has got off. I think that's a good decision.
Yeah, I need you there, though. I need you there.
Michael Bookman will come on as he gets that blood tended to. Again, pressure from the Tong as they come back to the line-out forwards. And there's Ben Ellerman.
Hands away, no.
Not getting as much playing time as he did under head coach Damon McGrath. They've had the ball ripped off him, and again it's counter-attack time for the Tongans. This time into space for Atiele Bakalani. He's gone around the corner, he's 15 meters short. Good work from the Germans.
Knock on, Bud Blue.
Gonna be a knock-on.
Reeled him in brilliantly there. Like say,
Knock on.
spots him, turns, and here we go. It's a foot race. Pakalani is not short of pace, but gets rid of the fend, gets the midriff, and look how quickly he's back on his feet. Unfortunately, knocks the ball on. Hence why it's now Tongan scrum with the whole width of the pitch here to play on. But that was commendable defence from the German.
Max, let's set up, please.
Philippe Gleitz getting back there brilliantly. This will be interesting. Tongas have had a lot of success with some good hard running, direct running on the inside lines. We'll see if they choose the width or maybe a more direct approach.
Well, certainly Via Matahau in the middle. We've seen how hard he can run.
Asi to put in, and he will wrap. Again, he's putting it on the wrong side so he can go with the flow. This time the tactic works. There's the late drop. Not much momentum. It's Via Matahau. Again, keeping that ball alive, that Pacific Island tradition of avoiding the rucks where possible. Now they've got options out wide. They're going to choose to kick it. Is it wide enough? Oh, he got the initial bounce, but then couldn't get his hands to it.
Oh, John Anker not able to capitalise on that lovely touch. That was deft. Anker got a try in the first half, but couldn't quite double down on it. Look at this, the show, the drop, technically on the wrong foot, with the right foot nudge on it. Doesn't quite get the members bounce. There's a great Tongan himself, Willie Losi, would say he could put that down to class. What a nudge it was.
Crouch.
Yeah, heavy week for many of us here. The Tongans gave their tribute to their former 15s captain, Willie Losi. We miss him.
Set.
What a great addition to the rugby family over the years. So many people around the world are reacting to that dreadful loss. And the Tongans trying to play in his honor a little bit here. They're up at the moment, and Germany trying to counter-react. Minute 20 to go. They need a converted try to force this one to extra time. Good tackling in from the Tongans still. There's a foot race on the outside. Fresh off the bench, it is Chris Ume, the 21-year-old, but he's brought down unceremoniously. Germans doing well, though, to keep that ball alive. The Tongans late to recycle. Yeah, they've been penalized midfield for not getting into an onside position. There's the quick tap.
8 offside.
This could be trouble for Tonga. They're slow to get back. 15 meters out. Cover tackle's good from Osika. Germany have won the penalty.
Osika is hunting down people. The big number 2. He's having ribs for dinner tonight. Massive
tap. They're off and going.
Oh,
another big contact. This time on Chris Ume. Not super organized out the back. The Germans, they're a bit layered. So they're going to have to work that bit hard. Oh, the one-handed offload. The two-step hop. Fantastic rugby from Germany. And Anko Bookman goes in under the poles with a conversion to come to tie it up.
Oh, I enjoyed that last 45 minutes of sevens there. 45 seconds even. 45 minutes to be even better. Lovely footwork round the back. Basketball skills. Bookman with a jump step back inside, just trying to avoid the approaching Osika.
And you think Bookman, with his experience, knew that he wanted to make that conversion easier, but it slid by the left post.
He needed to get underneath the sticks. That was a huge moment, but still time on the clock.
Yeah, interesting here. We're in the pink numbers. I'm not sure quite why we're having this restart, but we're going to have it. German fans are happy. Can they get their hands on the ball? Yes, they do. Play on. A try would win it for Germany. This is the bowl semi-final. This is for a place in the bowl final in hardware. The Tongans short one for the moment. The show and go. A couple of meters out. Great dive from Bastian van der Bosch, and Germany will win this one.
And another player in his 50th tournament for Germany. Look at the emotion. Tears aplenty. It's the semi-final of the bowl, but that is a latch win. They got so close in the Challenger. A couple of moments that were contentious, but that is effort on effort. The ball bounces into the laps, and Germany take the ball forward. And Bastian van der Bosch, the ever-present over the years, breaks the hearts of Tonga, but gives Germans another chance in this bowl competition.
Wow, what a finish. The Germans fighting till the end. Both sides displaying their pride to be playing in this Rugby World Cup of Sevens. Fantastic finish. Oh, and look at that scene. Isn't that what it's all about? The Tongan player injured, being carried off by two Germans, and Rob, that's rugby at its finest.
It's exactly what we're about, Reece. You know, you talk about values of the game.
On the scoreboard, it was Germany winning 17 points to 12 over Tonga.